All right. Welcome. Welcome everyone to the GS Recap Podcast. We're gonna discuss all the events from last night with Bethesda and earlier this evening with Ubisoft's conference. Right. So again, intros real fast. Andre,
Yes, Sarah say,
Darian,
Ariane here.
Bran.
Yeah, moving on.
All right, cool. All right, Ubisoft kick off their conference by showing the collaboration between Mario and the Rabbids franchise. Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Yeah, that game looked damn good.
Yeah, boy.
I particularly like the game because it have that Final Fantasy Tactics feel to it. Basically, that's the core the gameplay that they show, and good, but that game look good.
Yep.
They had here's a Switch exclusive, so if you
Anything
want
with Mario would be exclusive.
well, yeah. Well, I mean, it's yet another sort of Mario game, but it's not the usual Mario game.
Yeah,
It's
that
have
game
its
actually
own
look
twist.
it will look like it's actually enjoyable to play.
Yeah.
Go in the end, and up you see like this rabbit mixed with Donkey Kong come in the end there.
Yeah.
See my
And
boy holding out the banana. He's like, "Hey, you want it?"
And that Princess Peach one.
Boy, going on inspecting. She dressed something. I was like,
Was,
They're really making them like to the minions though.
Yeah, boy.
that little humorous aspect to it.
I wouldn't doubt sooner or later they might get a full blown movie with them.
What?
The way how the visuals would it won't be a problem for them.
Yeah.
Gameplay was good. Graphics, visuals, very
Mhm.
pretty. As I said, it's like a Final Fantasy based game, well, tactics based game. You're able to attack, move, defend, and use like unique techniques on your turn. And from what I see, like characters could perform little unique abilities, like how was it Peach? She used Mario to jump over an obstacle and attack an enemy behind cover, something
The
like that.
peach rabbit have often abilities I think, yeah.
Yeah,
And the show skill tree as well,
Mm.
where apparently is level up and you can pick your skills and stuff.
yeah. Look good. Look real good. Next thing they showed was more of Assassin's Creed Origins.
Well, we talked about that already, so
Yeah.
And they should have leave the gameplay for Ubisoft itself though. That's the only thing I was a little disappointed
Yeah,
uh,
they kind of steal a little bit of Ubisoft thunder there, but they allow it. So
about. Yeah.
next thing was the crew. They showed a cinematic trailer.
Boy, that looking like how that new Maiden game going to be though. It I don't know, it's like with the whole like this guy dominating the whole motocross and the publicity. Was it?
I find it should have show like actual gameplay thingy.
Actually look like
Yeah,
the thing.
I mean
The
they did that
technical thing
last
itself.
time with the first incarnation. They confuse everybody and they actually trick everybody into thinking that this was actually going to be a decent game. But when people played the beta and saw how the car physics were and how the game operated, it was the
From
worst.
from that trailer, it seemed like they took off the whole I could roam around the whole United States part.
But then that was the whole point.
And that was the whole point of part one. We know about this.
This one apparently he just gonna dominate like the whole motocross.
It looked like it just have different like um between the planes and the boats and stuff
Different
like
type
that.
of cities you're allowed to be in with that particular vehicle.
Or it could just be one city alone. Would that have all of that in it?
It could be.
And yeah, it looked like it have closed circuit racing too. Able to race those high performance NASCAR. Not NASCAR. What's called the other ones?
Formula? No, it's
The
not Formula.
yeah, the Formula One cars. Probably able to race those too. Well, it was just a cinematic trailer, no gameplay really, so not much to say. They showed South Park Fractured Butthole. Release date is October 17th.
Still waiting on that game.
Yeah, that game looks like quality, just waiting for it to come out.
Yep.
They showed a teaser for one of their new VR games, Transference, as well as they showed the new game, new pirate game, Skull and Bones, tactical action game apparently.
If you ever play Black Flag, that's basically what
that's what I was telling Jared before. It seemed like they
Yeah.
took the Black
They
Flag
just-
aspect.
they
And
just ripped that out of the Black Flag and was like, okay, let's call it a new game.
Yeah. And to me, that looked like a multiplayer game for another $60.
They quote $60 for that. They have
They
to be
will.
smoking something.
They did for Honor. They will for this, and at least For Honor had a single player though campaign.
Yeah, that's the thing for I had the single player. I know not.
I want to know if this game has a single player campaign, if you're in that ship the whole
I
time.
want to know how that campaign is. I mean, compared to Fawn, is like okay, Fawn is like PvP, but this if you're just gonna remain in the ship and just gonna be like, okay, what was this game you used to play back then? By the board game with the submarines, the Sink,
Or
The
battleships.
war? Battleship.
the battleships. Yeah, that's like what I feel like game is gonna be like. Although it's not like waiting on turns, it's more like in life, but.
It won't be like a linear game. It won't be a free roam game. It will just be like you have this level, they put you in that level, and you have to complete that task. And when you complete that task, you move from that level to another one. That's the only way I see it working.
If it's gonna be like if the online in it, if it's a play to win, which I'm sure it's gonna be, that will be a little
It looked kind of boring to
I
me.
mean, pay to play. Sorry.
To me,
The multiplayer.
Yeah.
that multiplayer look like to me, like if you can't, if you say you're sailing opposite direction of the wind, and then like catch that wind, and you fight down, you're gonna do to catch that wind to escape people.
Yeah.
Boy.
That look like you're just going for street people.
You might as well stand up and take that rape. You're not getting away.
So I don't know. I really don't know what to say about it.
That is typical Ubisoft, huh? They have these good ideas, but the execution, more times than not, does fail. Alright, well, you'll see more of that game, I'm sure. Just Dance 2018. Apparently, you'll be able to dance a bubble, bubble, pop, pop now.
I don't know what song that is, but okay.
Well,
Oh god.
that was expected. That's a yearly thing now.
Yeah.
And the flicking woman couldn't even sing for herself, more lip syncing.
Who's
What?
baby something?
Yeah, after 30
Yeah.
seconds, she sing Forbes lip sync. Okay, alright.
Yeah, it's like you're seeing it. It's like you're watching it, and it's like it's like pre-recorded already, and like
Lord
She
Father.
probably got a good 100 grand right there.
Yeah. At 30 seconds work and a little promotion. A new South Park mobile game called South Park Phone Destroyer was announced.
Looking good.
Yeah.
Until I get my phone, I can't play that. But they didn't give any release date though. They just said coming soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing it'll be for all platforms, Android, iPhone.
Yeah, they don't list Android iPhone.
Starlink, Battle for Atlas.
No comment. That could pass. Waste that time.
The only thing about it, I like how it'll look as well. I don't really care to play the game.
I mean, the implementation with the Joy-Cons was kind of interesting, but you're gonna have to pay all sort of money.
When I know
Just to get the accessories and whatnot. For
Yeah.
the
when I
arms.
did not start, I was like, okay then, this look like a better No Man's Sky. But then after seeing
Yeah,
the
me
little toy and the stupid little space fighting, I was like, alright, pass.
Brand favorite game, Steep Expansion is coming this December.
First of all, that should have been in the whole game. The first game that came out. These developers just too damn lazy.
Yep.
That's the point.
Not only that, I guess money hungry and want to.
But the thing is, I haven't heard anything about this game since last year.
Yeah, that's the thing. If people even playing this game,
I don't know. I saw the game on sale a couple of times, but that's the only way I know this game is still in existence. It's on sale on PSN or other platforms sometimes.
well, yes,
Far Cry 5 showed
Hmm.
some gameplay.
The
it look
Optimus Prime truck boy.
it look good. And the fact that the whole campaign is multiplayer, you can play co-op.
Yeah, though. And the assistance you get from your teammates, well, not human teammates, but AI teammates, like the sniper that they had go up on the water tower.
Hmm.
I was assisting them. I like that aspect of the game too. I feel like if I was playing a little bit of Phantom Pain, quiet was there watching my back. No.
Hmm.
Uh, and lastly for Ubisoft is Beyond Good and Evil cinematic trailer.
That look damn good.
Yeah,
That was funny
I was
as
not
hell.
saying that to us.
That look damn good.
Was that game? Earl had good jokes in that one there, boy.
I didn't play the previous Beyond Good and Evil. Never got a chance to play it,
I
but
played some
I've
of
seen
it. I didn't
everything.
play like the whole game.
But how you find that the few that you play?
The game was decent though. The game had like I find it was before its time. That why people probably rate it up that much.
Hmm.
And no longer we never a sequel.
But how come they never release a sequel sooner though?
I don't know. Remember
It took so long,
a sequel was announced like 6 years ago, you know. It
and
actually have a teaser trailer of it
Yeah,
6 years ago.
yeah.
okay,
But then after there was like it on hiatus. And then after you wasn't hearing nothing about it.
you probably had other
I
projects
know
at the time.
finally they got a trailer.
And I hope they keep that type of humor in the game though.
That monkey take win there, boy. I have a hot date. A monkey has a hot date.
And one thing, I glad I actually put a black woman in it.
Yeah.
Although the first one
Welcome to my chassis.
was a black woman, basically.
Yeah, a woman of color.
But this is a prequel. So it
Yeah.
looks like maybe that's the girl mother or what? Maybe.
Dakari was her name.
No. Not that one.
Or the you mean the one that the monkey
Yeah.
was escaping with? Yeah, probably. That's all they would read this conference.
I give it a 7.
I'll go to 7.2.
If it wasn't for that Mario and the Far Cry 5, it would have scored much on the South Park, but they didn't show much of the South Park. I give it a 6.
It's on, I think it's only those games that actually, give it that rating from me, though. And the humor from Beyond Good and Evil, they show.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, it was a cinematic trailer.
I mean, it's the humor from it as well. I mean, I hope, like you said.
I really don't think they could do that game wrong. They had to come real hard to do that game wrong. I guess that's why they was actually taking the time to do it. Because I had to get it right.
I think they had other games that took priority and they put that game on the back burner. That
It
was
could be that.
Probably.
Alright. The Bethesda conference was last night, but it was kind of late to have a podcast, so we just run through it quickly now. They showed some Bethesda VR games like Doom VFR and Fallout 4 VR.
So next one,
hmm They showed some information on Elder Scrolls Online, the Morrowind DLC. Also, they promoted a new creation of some sort, Bethesda's Creation Club for mods. I didn't see much of that. Was it people get to create their own mods and submit it to that platform?
just now. Yeah. Basically, it's like that, and I think they work hand in hand with the companies that produce the game.
Okay.
That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, so they won't get no flicking penis heads or whatever in the game.
Yeah, boy.
Elder Scrolls Legends card game, never heard of it up until last night. And apparently it's getting an expansion, Heroes of Skyrim. Skyrim on Switch, well, we know about that already. It have mods from Legend of Zelda and also Joy-Con support. Example, using the bow and arrow with the Joy-Cons. Is it this or the Dishonored expansion, Dishonored Death of the Outsider?
This is a standalone.
Okay. Standalone, yeah. The cinematic trailers, as all cinematic trailers look decent, look pretty, but
Just to confirm that I'm not reading here that they say Skull and Bones will have a campaign. So
we'll
be good.
be interested to see how that works.
Please be
If
good.
you could
That's
actually
all I
come
have
off
to
the
say.
ship and do something. If you could come off the ship, it's probably like to upgrade stuff or to buy stuff. But most of the combat will most likely be on the ship.
yeah.
I think for pirate games, I might stick to Sea of Thieves.
Or you could just go back to Black Flag too. If need.
That too.
They showed some Quake Champions esports video. Just promoting Quake World Championships and saying that well, technically it is. Quake was basically the first esports game, but Dota and LoL kind of revolutionized it. So I guess if that's a feather they want to nick up, they could take it. Even within 2 trailer.
That was the best thing from that whole show.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
That thing looked damn good. And it looked like they're focusing more on story-wise this time.
Well, I've yet to play the first Evil Within. We'll do that soon, but you could expand on how Evil Within the first one was.
I need to actually go back and play it because the story was very complicated. But basically, it sums up that you work in the police department, you got a call about from this mental institute, and when you go on in the mental institute, basically, you went inside this guy mind, who is the body of the whole game.
Yeah.
So basically, something like that.
Okay. It looked like he plagued from the events that happened in that game.
But yeah, it seemed like he was playing from events, and it seemed like they got to get back a child. They have to go back to where he was before. But from the gameplay, looked damn good, boy.
Yep. It was a nice seamless mix of cinematic and actual gameplay.
I wish Capcom would actually look at that. Like, that is like what Resident Evil should be.
Well, they technically did, no? Look how Resident Evil 7 is.
I mean, yes, Resident Evil 7 is good, but third person wise,
Yeah.
if they wasn't doing it first person, they could have go this route. But I think in order for them to have a next successful Resident Evil, they had to hire the same guy who doing Evil Within.
But he was an original. He used to work on Resident Evil.
Yeah, he was one of the original developers. Yes.
They desperately need him back if they're going back to third person.
Part 1 was real scary. And that kind of fear we had no bullet hunting. And the other survive. Yeah.
And lastly, Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus.
It actually looked decent.
Yeah. I mean, I've never been a fan of Wolfenstein, but I've seen that. Yeah.
It's just like humor in it.
My complaint with Wolfenstein was that the gameplay always just looked boring to me. This is not the case with New Colossus.
Really?
All the gameplay, all of the sequences that they had showing it was just peace. Right. And that was just how they would rate this conference as well.
The Bethesda one, them really didn't have no content really. The only two game was really the Wolfenstein and the Evil Within.
Because the majority of things they showed before that was things we already know about or already seen.
I give them a 6 because I have no lack of content.
You're real generous, boy.
Them could have just released them videos online.
Yeah, they could have.
You're
They
real
didn't have to have
generous
a
with that.
conference with.
You're real generous with that rating, but I would give them a 5.
Yeah, average rating of 5 for that.
Only
That's
for them 2 games that we talk about more from
plenty
the
of the
whole thing.
conferences
There's no reason why.
lacking a lot of content though, and they're real short.
Going back to my rating from yesterday for the Microsoft conference, I think I want to revise that to a 7 now.
I'll stick
The
with the 8.
hardware they
This DVD.
showed was impressive. Some of the games that they showed were good, but they didn't have the
Uh,
games to show off the power of the console.
I could probably understand why they didn't have the games because the shit now come out.
Yeah, but
Developers still probably getting in tune with it, the dev kit, but me,
mm,
we can see probably next year. Next year, E3, they might actually have
yeah,
all the big AAA that people looking for.
I am so very much interested in getting a One X. That has not faded at all because the multiplat on that console just going to be far superior than anything else console wise.
That Anthem game is one of them too. That look like it might run way better on the one compared to APS.
And based on the scale of the game, still maintaining that 4K resolution. And of course it'll be 30 frames. I mean, game that big, need a lot of power to run that 60, but whew, look damn good. And I could handle 30 frames.
Mhm.
On it
I
actually
just get Xbox for that for some of the games that are coming out, but I'm not going for Xbox One X though.
okay. Oleg catch the PC game show this evening?
Nope.
Nope, didn't.
Not on me. Alright, well, that's about it. The Sony conference is later today. It starts at 6 Pacific and 9
9.
o'clock Eastern. We will catch you guys for that one.
Yep.
Alright. We'll see you then.
Laters.